Greetings traders, D7 here with freetradingvideos.com, and on Fridays the markets drop. And as you see, Dow down a full 1.33%, and slightly down on the NASDAQ. Actually, we were in the green there for a while, right at the end of the day. And the S&P down over 1%, the Russell's down 1.33%. And right here, the VIX, there for a while we were over 50 on the VIX. That was alarming. We did have a 5% pop on the VIX, but we did close under the 50, which are at 49. Now, the key area I want us to look at here, and this is problematic, we closed at 770. I've been keying at 775. Listen, I said I took off my bearish hedges yesterday. And man, we started dropping like a rock. I re-added them. Didn't take me long to get those bad boys back on the shelf. So anyway, we come dropping down, and then I saw that the bank index started exploding up. When I saw that, I knew that was going to take the markets back up. So I unloaded my bearish hedges, and it started rallying back up. I really thought we'd close above 775 by the day's end of Friday. That did not happen, but I did pick up a number of more longs. We have an extended down leg with a hammer, and let's talk about what hammers do. We did have a hammer here that didn't come to fruition. They don't always come into fruition. Here's a hammer that didn't follow through. Here's a hammer that did follow through. But let's talk about what happens on hammers. For this lower shadow to be developed, it takes buyers and sellers agreeing to lower prices. So it comes down, and then there becomes a stalemate, and then a reversal takes place, and then when buyers and sellers agree to higher prices, and then it runs back up. Well, the bears were not able to hold it down. The bulls were able to bring it back up. That's what makes hammers bullish. It's a technicality. So understand what these candlesticks are doing. Now, just because it's a candlestick, the candlestick by itself doesn't have any power. What it does is gives us a snapshot of what's happening in sentiment, market sentiment. And we have to take the big trend in consideration also. So everything that I talk about, I try my best to take the subjectivity of trading and bring objectivity to it by using technical and fundamental analysis. And that's what we see here. What we do have is an extended down leg, like this one, extended down leg, and then a pop. Extended down leg, hammer, we are due for a pop. But the problem here, on Friday, we closed at 770. We closed below the 775. Where did the 775 come from? And let me show you this. I'm going to go way back into time. Right here, 775 was October 2002. You can see that support area. And you know what? Let's drop another line here on this shadow. And let's see where that shadow puts us. At 768.5, 769 is where that's sitting. And there's our hammer. We hammered out, and we're right there between that area. So what I'm looking for is some bullish activity to the north here. Now, I still think that there is a chance that we could still make it to 750. We almost got there today. We didn't get there quite, but that's a real big area that you're going to find buyers, just like we saw on Friday. They came all the way down. Buyers came in, run it right back up. Same scenario could play out Monday or Tuesday, so we need to be watching that. Look for a higher high, especially when we get up over this blue trend line that I have drawn. And that blue trend line would put us, if we could get a close above 782, almost 783 area, that could prove to be pretty bullish and send us on up into these areas. So let's be watching that. Now the S&P, let's also pull in the weekly chart. The S&P that I said was bullish, see how we popped up, we stayed above there. Right now for the week, we've closed underneath that trend line again. That's not overly great. So what I'm going to do is take this line and I'm going to drop it just like this. So now I'm calling it, since we busted this support area, and right here we have support, we busted that. This is more bearish than bullish right now. And then on the monthly, Month isn't over with yet, but you can see this could be that bearish pennant we we're talking about that could send us down here. But I still think that there's a pretty good chance, technically speaking, of a little bounce before we continue our way back down here. So let's also take a look at the NASDAQ while we're here. NASDAQ's looking pretty bullish also. You have this little small-bodied white candlestick, gap down, run up, and I'll tell you, I'm thinking that technicals and energy next week could be bullish. Technicals and energy. Gold did break the $1,000 mark today. Really impressed to see that. Crude continues to drop. And let's take a look at the NASDAQ on the weekly. The weekly is still bullish because we're still above that trend line. So let's see how the weekly, and here's the monthly. The monthly here is giving us what's called an inverted hammer. Inverted hammers are bullish when you're at the bottom of a down leg. So let's see if in fact we can get up. Now the thing that I don't like is we're still closing under that 1500. I would like to see a close or start to see us above that 1500 mark and stay above there, and hopefully do so with volume. That's what I'm looking for. I'm not going to call myself bullish in this market unless I get serious volume moving in. It'd be hard pressed to see that volume moving in right now with how things are shaping up. But we need to watch the charts, take our opinions out of it. While we're here, let's also take a look at the groups, the big sectors, see what's going on here. And this is the 6 month. Blow this up just a little bit. 6 months, we can see healthcare, utilities, consumer goods or staples doing the best. Financials at the very bottom right here. Technology about in the middle. If you look here, you see financials picking up a little bit, utilities dropping off, technology coming up nicely, basic materials coming up nicely, healthcare almost in money territory. Healthcare still doing the best for the 1 month, and technologies still hanging in third position there. So I have an ETF in healthcare. I have an ETF, believe it or not, a small hold in financials, just because the insiders are buying right now, and it's just a token position, looking for more buying opportunities as the markets start to heal themselves, if they're going to. And here, and the thing that I'm really wanting to pay a special attention to, again, I'm going to the S&P, I'm keying on this, is this hammer. Can we get up over these areas, 783 area? Can we close there and see significant volume move in? Look at the ETFs. Like I look at the SPY or the spiders, looking for your volume on your indices. And listen, we have some news. Barrick Gold's coming out with earnings on Monday. You have J.C. Penney's coming out. You have Prudential coming out. You've got some big hitters coming out with earnings on Monday. So there it is. I cannot stress enough to be watching these charts. Draw your trend lines. Watch volume. Watch price action. Understand what's going on out there in the markets. And if anybody would like to be part of our team, if you want to be part of our team, if you want to give back to FTV, Free Trading Videos, and want to be part of what we're doing, we welcome that. Just click on Need Help link at the top of the site and read about it, and send us an email at team@freetradingvideos.com and tell us what it is you'd like to help out with, what you think you could do to be a part, and if you might be able to fit in. If you don't have any special skills, you can come on as an advocate and just help us spread the good word of freetradingvideos.com to other online entities. So there you have it. Thank you for watching us and being a part of Free Trading Videos, and looking forward to catching you in the forums.